Hey friends, it's been a while, so I thought you were owed a little bit longer of a video than the last few videos I've been posting. I have not been feeling so great. We've had lots of rain here. It has been a very wet fall and the weather has been fluctuating a lot, and that wreaks havoc in my body. So I've been resting. I hope all is well with you. Today we are in the kitchen, and first thing we're going to make is some avocado pudding. I thought I could take it off, but I can't. So this might sound weird to you, but because I don't eat dairy, I've had to find substitutions with using healthy fats. So I make I use coconut butter and coconut oil to make butter mince, and that actually holds me over sometimes when I'm waiting in between meals to eat again, or if I need a quick snack, or if I just want something with a healthy fat to give me a little bit of an energy boost. I've been working on writing my book pretty extensively for the last 4 months or so, and that takes a lot of brain energy, and so some days I can't do it, but I got a few hours in today, so I figured I would spend some time with you guys. So as I said, today we're going to make a few different recipes of things that I try to keep on hand as much as I can for when I don't feel good, that it's there and it's made, but it doesn't always happen. So I have some organic pomegranates that I need to use up, so I'm gonna cut these open, although they make a mess. But if you do it over a bowl of water, it's a lot easier. So we'll see if we get to that today. The first thing we're going to make, though, is avocado pudding. I've been making this for, I don't even know, 6, 7, 8 years maybe. I have 3 organic avocados in here. I only buy organic now since A-Peel came out. And then I have some maca powder. Again, it's great for brain health and for hormones. I've got some mushroom powder. This is the brand that I like to use. And I also use this when I make collagen chocolate lattes. I used to drink them every day, and then I found that my anxiety was a little bit worse, and so collagen and actually the cacao can actually make anxiety worse. So I stopped drinking them as often. I just drink them sometimes on the weekends, and also the coconut milk tends to make mucus flare for me. So I've been trying to eliminate that as well to try to get myself back to a healing place. I've cut out a lot of things again from my diet, grains, sugar, as much as I can, because that all tends to exacerbate flares. So in the food processor, we have 3 organic avocados. We have 2 teaspoons of mushroom powder, 2 teaspoons of maca powder. We have about a 1/4 cup of coconut milk, full fat coconut milk. I use the Arrow D brand, or the Native Forest without any gums in it, because gums can also cause GI issues, and I used to react to them. I no longer react to them, but I don't like to eat them a lot because I don't want to invite that problem back. So I also have cacao powder in here. This is the brand that I like to use. Again, it's cold pressed, it's organic. There's no GMO. I think it's harvested fair trade. I thought it was harvested fair trade, maybe not. But I try to get fair trade if I can. Again, you do the best that you can with what you got. So this is what I use. So I'm going to pause you guys for a second to put the food processor on, and then I'll show you the finished product. So this recipe is very popular in the paleo community. It was one of the first healthy desserts I learned to make, one, because it's so easy, and the ingredients were something that I've typically always had on hand. Some people eat this for breakfast. I like to eat it before bedtime to give my body a little bit of healthy fat to help run the detoxification processes that all of our bodies run at night. So from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m., that's when your body wants to run the detoxification processes. So if you're eating or you're watching TV and you're not sleeping, your body can't run it then, and then it has to run it later when it needs to run other processes, and that's why you wake up feeling groggy and you're really hungry because your body's still looking for energy to run the processes it couldn't run then. So if you did not know that there was avocado in this, and I've given this to a lot of people and they didn't know that it was made from avocado, it just looks like chocolate pudding. You could add dates to this if you wanted it a little bit sweeter. I like to eat this with fresh fruit, so I don't typically add dates to it. Also, again, dates are a natural sugar, but I try to not do a lot if I'm in a flare because it just feeds the flare, right? And the next recipe we're going to do, I'm going to put this away, clean up the kitchen a little bit because I made some soup with leftover turkey. I'm going to eat that while you guys are not knowing. We also canned, can you see over there? So I had broth going the last 2 nights in the Instapot, and then I have the Presto electric canner. I like it because I don't have to babysit it, and it does what it needs to do, and I don't have to worry about it. So I like using it. It is a little pricey. I bought it for myself for my birthday a few years ago. It's more than paid for itself. I like to make broth in it. We started doing the turkey and chicken in it last year, and I like it. It's nice. If I want to make soup, I already have all the ingredients on hand. I just have to put it together, add some spices, heat it up. It's really convenient. I haven't done any other meat like my girlfriend did. She raw packed pork. We don't eat pork, but she turned out well. I know other people, they'll do ground beef. I really, I think just the turkey and the chicken is what I'm going to keep to. That's what works for us. The other things for me, it's not so bad to have to cook the ground beef. Like when I make it, I do try to make ahead. If I'm making, like I made meatballs last week and I threw them on a pizza this weekend, and we'll have the rest of it tonight. The meatballs with homemade sauce, right? Because I can the sauce, and then the meatballs you could freeze ahead. I just never think to do that. I never thaw enough meat, but you could do that, right? Again, it would be convenient at times like this when I don't feel so hot to already have that food ready available, which is why I made this soup. So I'm going to clean up a bit. I'll bring you guys back and we will do the next recipe. Before I forget again, I wanted to show you, this was the cranberry upside down cake. It's very good. It's so easy to make. I linked the recipe to it in the previous video. So go try it out for the holidays or whatever. It does have some sugar in it, some coconut sugar, but it's so easy and it's really good. You can see the cranberries at the bottom. So, all right, on to recipe 2. All right, we're back. I've cleaned up the kitchen. The sink is pretty much emptied. I don't know about you, but it seems like even the days you don't do any cooking, dishes wind up in the sink. So it's right now, the second recipe we're going to do is lemon coconut vanilla energy balls. So I double this recipe because I like these and I like to eat them for breakfast or for a snack. So it says 9 to 10 dates. 3. My eye is twitching, which is telling me that my body's like, you don't want to be doing a video right now. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This is all about honoring the message from the body. So I've got 16 pitted dates. These are the ones I use. I get them from Costco. They don't have the pits in them, although one time they did. So live and learn. Then it says for 1 1/4 cups raw cashews. So I just use almond flour, 1, because it's cheaper, and 2, because it's less work for the food processor. So I keep all of my nut flours in the fridge, my cassava flour in the fridge, because otherwise they go rancid. So this is filled to the top. I obviously did this because I wanted to get the bag out of the fridge. So I'm just gonna eyeball this. Again, if it's a little dry, you can always add a little bit more liquid. I did not wash the food processor out because I'm feeling lazy today. So, and again, I'm the only one eating them, and I don't really care if there's a little bit of chocolate residue in them. So you do you, I do me. The next is half a cup of desiccated coconut. So I get the finely shred. Again, it's less work for the food processor. And you're supposed to just pulse this now, but I'm gonna add liquid because it'll make my life a lot easier. And again, I'm all for making my life easier. So I'm gonna add coconut milk again. I'm also gonna get my chia seed out. Again, I leave all of my seeds in the fridge as well, so that they do not go rancid. You decide what you wanna do. So this recipe calls for a half a cup. No. You know what this doesn't call for? I don't know. I must have been looking at another recipe. It doesn't call for coconut milk. I don't know. It's one of those days. It's been one of those days for months. So we do the best that we can with what we have. It's been raining here, or overcast and like foggy and misty for a week. And my body is not happy. And I need sun. I thought that I was going to be able to take the dog today to the park. But nope, another day of rain. Which I should have known because my pain was so bad last night. But, alright, let me food process this. Hold on a second. Alright, the food processor is not so happy. So it's not really fully pulsed. But we're gonna do what we can do. I think I'm gonna add some, I think that's why I always add liquid to it. So it's also 2 tablespoons of chia seed. Again, this is high in fiber, but also things that are high in fiber will make you poop more, which will make your toxins move out faster, and your body won't hold on to toxins as long. And because I poop a lot, but I'm having a lot of toxin exposure, and I feel like this will actually help me, so I'm trying to eat as much chia seed as I can. Psyllium husk would be the same thing, flaxseed. So, what else? It's got a lemon. You could just add lemon juice. Maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe I'll just add a little bit more lemon juice rather than the coconut milk. I don't know. We're playing today. We're being open to whatever comes up. No rules. No agenda. No judgment. If we mess it up, we mess it up. We will just start again. It'll still taste good. So even if it doesn't look the way it's supposed to look, it will still taste good. So I think that's what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a little bit more lemon juice. I'm actually gonna take these lemon discards and throw them in the garbage. Normally I would compost them, but because I threw out the chicken bones today and the garbage isn't gonna go out for a few days, I'm gonna throw them in the garbage pail to help keep the garbage smelling a little more fresh. All right, what else? So we're gonna add salt. I've got to add our vanilla protein powder. This is the brand that I use. I'm not happy because it was just bought out by Kraft this year in 2023. And, you know, that's a big food company that really doesn't care about your health. So I'm not sure if I'm going to keep buying it, but it's the cleanest one on the market that I can find. So again, if I don't eat it a lot anymore, then that's okay too. So again, buyer beware. You do what's good for you. I'll do what's good for me. We are making quite a mess, so I'm going to try to clean up as I go. As my eye keeps switching, my body's like, lady, get on the couch. What are you doing? Do you really need to make this right now? And I'm like, well, I do like to eat them, so I'm going to use some of this lemon juice. And I'm going to hope that now the food processor, I'm going to add a little bit of mushroom powder. She does not do this in the original recipe. I will share the original recipe, but I'm going to add a little bit of medicinal mushrooms because it helps with inflammation, and I need all the help I can get with that. So hopefully the food processor is going to work now. We will find out. So the recipe says you can then roll them in the coconut, shredded coconut. I'm not going to do that. I actually don't do it because, again, it's another step that I just don't want to do. But you can see here, it's a nice paste. You can roll them up. I'm going to take a break. I'm going to put them in the fridge. If it was too soft and you felt like it was really sticky, you could put them in the fridge to harden up and then roll them again. I think I'm going to just stick them in the fridge right now because I'm going to listen to my body. And I'm going to take a break. And I'm going to see you guys next time. Talk to you soon.